Gaming. Today I'm going to be doing a video on top 5 decks that have the best potential in Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's a lot of rogue options in this format that I see creeping up slowly and slowly and slowly, coming up more and more and more. Basically what these decks are doing are topping multiple events. They appear once in a while, but a lot of them, they have one downside to them. That's the problem with them at the moment, but a lot of these decks on the list have a ton of untapped potential, and yeah, let's just get into it. So my personal top 5, I think anyone, honestly the number 5 slot isn't the best choice in the world. I just placed this here because it's a fan favorite, and it has something going for it. So number 5 is Lightsworn Chaos. So this deck, basically what it does, it's going to use a Chaos Engine to turbo out cards using like cards like Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, Minerva, Chaos Space, and basically what it's going to do is it's going to mill cards to the graveyard, such as Thunder Dragon cards, Chaos cards, to get free bodies on board. So one key card in this deck is Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, if you didn't know already. Basically this card has 3 effects depending on what you banish. If you banish all lights, you get a special monster from the graveyard in defense position. If you banish lights and darks, though, you get to pop 2 cards on the field. And if you banish 3 darks, you can trigger Thunder Dragon effects, and you get rip a card out of your opponent's hand. So yeah, this card is super well rounded, and it's not once per turn for the summon effect, or the summon, but it is once per turn on the normal effect. Another thing it has going for it is the new card that recently came out called Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, or whatever it's called. Basically what it'll do is it'll mill, I think, the top 5 or something like that. It's crazy. Well, basically what it's going to do is you're going to mill, you're going to get to choose out of that, and then the rest go to the graveyard. And it also can special summon itself by, I'm pretty sure, banishing something on the field? I don't remember. It's crazy though. Another card is Guard Dragon LP, which can get you to your free Legionnaire, also can get you into your Rocket plays. So yeah, this gets you into multiple dragon combos that are absolutely busted. I don't see how Guard Dragon LP wasn't hit on the ban list, to be honest. But yeah. Another deck, number 4, is Invoked. Personally, I've been running with a different build, you'll see in this number 4 list, but Invoked has a lot going for it. Number 1 going for it is Mechaba, Purgatrio, the fusions. Everyone knows the fusions, everyone loves the fusions, some people at least. Well, Mechaba is obviously an insane card. You can boost it with your Alistair, has Omni Negate. It requires a discard, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Also banishes, and I'm pretty sure it's a light. So yeah, that's another great part of it. Another great card it has coming for it is Hulk. If you didn't know already, Needle Fiber, or Hulk, whatever you want to call it, is basically free in this deck. You open any other free tuner extender, and you can make some really crazy plays. Open Invocation, let's say for example, you open your Alistair plus Arborea. That's how you get your free Purgatrio. And say if you open another copy of Invocation, you can set up Caliga, you can set up Mechaba, you can set up your Bullet Savage, your Herald, your Appaloosa. You can set up some pretty nasty boards I've created. So yeah, Auroradon's also free in this deck because of Hulk being able to allow you to make cards like Herald of Arclight and Bullet Savage Dragon. So yeah, this deck has going a lot for it. Right now, I haven't seen much of the synchro being played, but I think that is definitely going to be rising up soon. Number 3 is Salamanders. It has a lot going for it. It's a little weak right now because all of the hand traps being ran, and now it's more of a control format where it should, in theory, be shining. But yeah, Exceed is a crazy card that basically allows you to, whenever a Link monster is summoned, if its arrow is pointing to it, you can summon it from hand to there, and summon another Exceed from deck, and they both become level 4. So you get a free rank 4, which can be used to make Rafflesia, which can be used to send Grave Digger's Trap Hole to prevent you from getting hand trapped, such as Nibiru or whatever else. Gazelle, which is a crazy 1-card starter. Honestly, I think this card is not going to be coming back anytime soon. If anything, we're going to be getting circles back, but I wouldn't make that yet. It's like, if we get circles back, it's going to be a problem. Salamander Rage. This card is another great card. We also have Roar. I'm not showing off right now, but Roar and Rage are pretty crazy traps if you didn't know already. Rage basically pops, and the Roar is a negate and destroy. And another thing in this deck is access code. You set up at least four or five links in a turn, and you can literally summon access code because it's basically free in this deck, and nuke your opponent's field, one-shot it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Number 2 is Orchest. This is a super controversial deck. I think, honestly, I'm a huge fan of Orchest. I'm just gonna be straight up yeah. Orchest is probably one of my favorite decks ever made. It's just the artwork and everything, and the World Legacy theme is just so nice. I love anything World Legacy related. So the first card they have going for it is obviously Yugioh. It gives you a free token, a dump, for any World Legacy Orchest. I think Mech Knight too, but it's a really great card. It also has a token spawn effect, and yeah, you can basically kill Striker if they don't play Link Spider. Next, you got Orchest Nightmare, which is the alternative to getting into your Orchest combos now. If you didn't know already, I found this out originally, I think the day of the ban list I was testing around, and I found that you could dump Wand and banish the Wand to summon back your Nightmare, make a Link 2, make Galatea, shuffle it back, and get your Omni Negate / Babble to make your IP or whatever. Another card they have going for it is your Red-Eye Dark Dragoon. If you make Verte Anaconda, you can dump your Dragoon last to get a free burner, big boy, and a Omni Negate that destroys and gains 4,000, or gains 1,000 to make it 4,000 when it negates something. Then we have Rusty Bardiche, which is an alternative if you don't want to run it. Some decks run both. I honestly only run Dragoon and a Rocket Package because those two are actually, I don't know what it is, but a lot of the dark spellcaster machines and dragons have really good synergy. So another card going forward is something like Striker Dragon, of course, which literally gets you a free Boral Savage. If you're able to put up another dragon with this, you can make your Ravine, dump, the Apso Router, get your free Boot Sector, make your Boral Savage, or Magical Dragon, whichever one you want to play. Now for the number 1 deck with the most potential in my opinion, or at least road deck, is Adamantipator. It was either this or Infernova Knight. Yeah, Adamantipator's crazy. It's still a really great deck. I don't see why people, I can kind of see why it's like not the best this format, but this deck still has a lot going for it. Let's just be clear. I mean, like, I think everyone knows that. First of all, we have Battle Butler going for it. A lot of people have actually cut Battle Butler. I've been recently making a build where it's more than 40-ish cards, is around 55 cards or whatever. Basically what you do is you just turbo out your Adamantipator's, then you can go into your Roxy's or something, and go into Battle Butler and make your Meow Meow. And it's basically a free Satellite Warrior on your opponent's turn, and yeah, it's a nuke. One Adamantipator Researcher. Another card that's crazy to this, Researcher is probably the best card in the deck. It's a level 2, 100 attack monster, and it's a tuner, so yeah, you already know what's coming up with that. Hauki Vibrax. Then we got Herald of Arclight, which you can turbo in this deck insanely fast. Another card you can make is Access Code Talker, which is basically another free card in this deck. You make a lot of links, especially because, well, you're not playing as many links, you're playing I think around 4 to 5 now, because you're mainly focused on setting up your Battle Butler / Synchro Spam basically now. So yeah. And then Borreload Savage is another great card. In my opinion, this card's bannable. It's insane. It equips from the graveyard, you get Omni Negates based on the link rating, and yeah, this card's like crazy. This deck definitely has a lot going for it, but the main problem is we do not have a link cross. That's sad. I was actually going to build this deck IRL, and I realized, oh wait, link cross is dead. So yeah. I still definitely think the deck has gas going for it, some stuff going for it, but I don't know. Well, that's really about it for the top 5 decks, in my opinion, that have a lot of potential. Hope you guys like. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you.